What is going on, Mercs? Welcome to another great episode of Mercs on the Mic. Got my favorite special guest with me today, Pop the Bounty Collector, aka Ricky. What is going on, my guy?
Wow, your favorite.
Hey,
You
man, I
know,
watch all your stuff.
the,
Oh
you
man,
you get this,
come
bro.
on.
You get this.
Say, I need
The
one of
heart.
those.
Yeah. You get the heart, bro. Hey man, it's been a while,
Yeah, it's been
and
a
I,
very
I
while.
feel
Yeah,
honored to come back, and I'm glad to see that you're alive.
trying to
You
be.
know, you
Yeah.
scared me a couple of months ago, going through my feed. I just
Mhm.
happened to be in the restroom. You know,
Good thing
I'm
you
not
was
gonna
there
tell you
sitting,
what
right?
I didn't tell you what I was doing in the restroom, but yeah,
Yeah.
you scared the out of
Mm,
me pretty much. You get
I
it?
helped
All
you.
right.
Maybe. Hopefully, you wasn't like sitting trying to push. Maybe I helped you with that extra push.
Yeah, you did help me, but how you been, man? How you doing? How's life?
Pretty good. Can't complain. Just moved into a new spot. As you can see, collection
I
is
know, man.
growing.
Somebody got some money now, bro. Dang.
Oh,
You're making my background look like trash.
nah, man. You out here. You the legend. I'm trying to catch up to you, man.
It's just the age, man. It's just, when you get to 43 years old, your room's gonna start looking like a freaking KB toy store. You're gonna be like, do I have a 43-year-old man that lives here or a freaking 13-year-old kid?
Yeah.
But hey, I'm a Toys R Us kid, bro. I grew up in
Yeah.
the 80s. The theme song stuck with me. I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid. So
Yeah. Hey,
shout
did
out
you
to
see
Toys
that?
R Us.
Did you see that Jason? Not Jason. What's his name? Channing Tatum. He has a movie coming out, and he's sitting. Oh, he lives inside the Toys R Us.
Yo, I need to see that. No, I did
Yeah,
not see that.
yeah. I forgot what the name of the movie is, but it just kept popped up on my feed the other day, and I watched a little quick video of it. It's pretty funny. He's sleeping
So
inside
he
the Toys R
lives
Us.
inside a Toys R Us,
He lives inside the Toys R Us.
bro. He's living every kid's dream. I
Mm-hmm.
remember going into Toys R Us, and like it's one of those things where when you're little, your parents take you, they're
Yeah.
holding your hand, but then they're kind of rushing you because they want to get out of there. And
Mm-hmm.
as you're getting to like a teenager age where your parents kind of let you go off of the mall by yourself, it's one of
Yeah.
those things where go ahead and go shopping in Dillard's and Macy's, mom. Get
Mm-hmm.
all that stuff, go to a bath and whatever body works. I'm gonna
Yeah.
be here for an hour,
Mm-hmm.
testing out everything, looking at every aisle. I think they
Especially
had
with.
like bikes, they
Mm-hmm.
had the Power Wheels that you
Oh,
could
my
go
favorite
drive.
was the video games where you had to have your neck facing up, although in the
Oh,
sky.
the video games, bro.
That was
That
it.
it was really popular because you could test out the new games if they had like a new Game Boy Advance, if they
Mm-hmm.
had like the PS3, nice display. You get to play some of the games.
Yeah.
You hear some of the parents, okay, let the other kid play. Yeah, because I'm like behind you, kid. Do you not feel the air in your neck? Hurry up! You've been playing the display too long.
Hang on,
But
how many times are you gonna play the same level, man? Come on.
yeah, the same level. But I really missed it, especially about the one by the Florida Mall.
Oh yeah, I do
As an
remember that one.
adult,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, because it was a very routine. You had the Best Buy that was nearby. You
Mm-hmm.
had the Barnes and Nobles, the
Yep.
Toys R Us, and then there was Mike's Comics, which
Yes.
Mike Comics is still there. So
Mm-hmm.
whenever I was going Funko hunting, Barnes and Nobles had exclusives, Best Buy had exclusives, Toys R Us had exclusives, and then hit Mike's Comics. So it was
Mm-hmm.
like almost a weekly routine
Yes.
when I lived near that area. But man,
Mm-hmm.
you took Toys R Us away, Barnes and Nobles is gone.
Oh,
I
it's not
think the
there.
Best Buys, no,
Does it recently go away or?
it's been a while, been a
Oh
year.
yeah.
It's like did they make it to a gym or something? Something like that. I think they made it to a gym. I mean, Best Buy is still there,
Yeah.
and then Mike's Comics is big now. It's there, but they revamped the store.
I
That
saw
now
in
they
your
got a
video
second.
they expanded.
They expanded, and now they got a
Yeah.
Pokemon card
Oh, that's cool.
area. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, man, the good old days. Now a lot of the shopping is done either at cons or .com,
Yep. Unfortunately. Hey,
unfortunately. Yeah.
It eliminates the cool, fun part of actually going hunting for what you're looking for instead of just, oh, let me put it in the search engine. Here it is, buy, and that's it.
Yeah, I mean, it's so weird to a collector, and I don't know if you have ever experienced this. Sometimes I think about it, like we get excited when the
Mhm.
item we get it, and then now it's like, all right, what's the next? What's
Yeah.
the next thing I'm after, right? Like,
Hmm.
I purchased something and then there's always something instead of like it really enjoying what you just got,
Yeah.
you're
That's
like
how
ready for the next
that's how
one.
I'm feeling, right? Because right now my mode and I'm on the hunt for all of them are the Marvel Legends helmets.
Mm,
So I'm on the hunt for all of them, and I just got a couple of these, and I do the unboxing and all that, and then I'm like, okay, what's next? Let's go find the other one instead of like,
yeah.
because
And that's a collector's life. That's what it's called, collecting, right? You can't
hmm
just have one item. But obviously, you got to also be an adult and pay
yeah,
bills and responsibility. And obviously,
yeah.
I don't know about you. You out there living in Cali, bro.
Oh
You
man,
guys got state tax and city tax and all that stuff over there. And inflation up over here in Florida. Like the cost
hmm
of something, the milk is not the same, the eggs are not the same. Even if
oh
you go to McDonald's
yeah.
and try to get a hash brown, I'm like, yo, can I get a hash brown for $1? They look at you like $1.
Cut the
So
restaurant in half.
yeah, man. Mm?
Yeah, yeah. Say, tell them to cut the hash brown in half.
Yeah. Here's $1 worth. There
Yeah,
you go.
for real. Yeah, like gas out here is going crazy. It's yeah. I pulled up to a pump, and I was writing on E, and I was like, yo, I'm not paying on $9 a gallon. Yes, you heard me right. That gas station was sitting at $9. I was like, let me keep driving. I don't care if I get stranded. That's how bad I did not want to pay the $9.
Sorry. Can you repeat that again? Are you serious? Is it just like that one gas station's $9 or everywhere is $9?
I seen that one nine. I seen like from the cheapest I've seen recently was like 650, 645, and then the most expensive I seen was nine something. So that's the range of gas out here right now.
Bro, and I'm over here complaining when it hits $3.
I missed those three
Like right
dollar
now,
gas.
right now it's 288.
Oh, see, I missed that. I wish.
Yeah, but
I wish.
so do you think and this is if we're going are people going to be watching like now they're talking about gas prices? But I'm saying like do you think they do that I sometimes feel like they do that on purpose because they don't want you guys to be driving cars. There's too many cars out on the road.
And I think that because I was because me and my girlfriend are right now thinking about buying a new car,
Hmm.
and we're thinking about doing an electric car instead.
Yeah.
And we were seeing the Teslas, and Teslas are actually cheaper than buying a Toyota Corolla right now,
Yeah.
or a
And
Camry or
then
something like that.
I don't know if they still have it, but I know um the government was giving like
Hmm.
credit towards purchasing an EV
Yeah,
car.
if it's out here, if you buy your first ever EV, you get to $4,000 to $5,000 into your
Hmm.
purchase.
Yep.
So
So
that makes it
yeah,
even cheaper.
I think that's what they're probably doing. They do things on purpose. Like, over here, I noticed during holiday season,
Hmm.
like, if it's 4th of July weekend, if it's Father's Day, Mother's Day, oh, all of a
Hmm.
sudden the gas went up like 20, 25 cents. They
Yeah,
know that people are going to be traveling. So let me raise the price up so we could get more money out of them because they have to travel.
yeah.
But during like regular weeks, the gas is cheap. So maybe it could get more people on the road because they
Hmm.
see, oh, the gas is cheap now. I could afford to drive to the mall. I
Yeah.
could afford to drive to somewhere. I don't know.
Hmm.
But that's not what we're here for. We're here to talk
Yeah.
about whatever you have planned for us.
Yes, but fair warning for the people that are going to be out here for Star Wars Celebration in 2 years. That's what it's going to look like.
Yeah, man.
So,
Star Wars celebration right here.
hmm
Whew.
so put that in your budget gas.
Yeah.
Man.
Speaking about Star Wars celebration, yeah, that was fun. And
Hmm.
I'm looking forward. Are you gonna go to Star Wars celebration?
This is funny. Me and my girlfriend were talking about that the other day, and we've never been to Star Wars Celebration. Never,
Hmm.
never been to any of them. And it'd be really cool to go to this one, especially it's literally down the street because I live in downtown. So I was like, this is probably a 9 out of 10 that we probably go. We really want to try it because we watch Star Wars. We're not huge Star Wars fans like how you or Tony and that like you guys deep dive into it. But
Mhm.
like if we want to have a conversation about Star Wars, I can help hold my own because I watch everything. But I really want
It'd
to
be a
go.
good one to go to too because it's
Yeah,
50 years.
exactly.
50
So,
years and obviously the I guess it's not rumors because there's no rumor leaks right now. I
hmm
guess the expectation is that everybody should be there. Mark,
ooh,
Harrison,
ooh,
obviously Carrie Fisher passed away, Peter Mayhew, the original Chewbacca passed away.
yeah,
David Price, who was Darth Vader in the suit,
hmm
passed away. James Earl Jones, the voice of
yeah,
Darth Vader, passed away. So a lot of people passed away. I think also the gentleman that played the original R2D2, he
hmm
passed away. So a lot of the cast, is going there. Anthony Daniels, he's going to be there. Knock on wood, Anthony Daniels is healthy. Billy D. Williams is getting up there.
yeah,
Um, but yeah, man, it's crazy because we're getting older. That means these people are getting older
yeah.
too.
People we grew up
Um,
watching, so it's like it'd be nice
yeah,
to meet them. So,
I need to stop playing around and get Anthony Daniels autograph and meet him. His
hmm
photo ops are amazing because he brings like a C3PO toy that he makes
oh,
you
cool. Oh, nice.
and then he puts his arm around you. Oh, as the lights go
Oh,
on,
that's a bright idea right there.
let there be light. Yeah,
that's Star Wars
this
God saying yes, do it.
all of a sudden the thunder hit in the background and light hit.
Uh
Nah, it's
huh.
just my Alexa. It must be 5:30. It is 5:30.
hmm
Um, but yeah, so I gotta get his photo op. And then Billy D. Williams, I don't know, man. I want to meet him so bad.
hmm
But $300 is a lot, you
Speaking
know.
of money, did you see? I saw that you and Tony talked about it, but Harrison Ford is doing this. Did you? I just peeped to see how much his autographs are. Yo, $900 for a
Jeez,
signature? That's crazy. I love
jeez, bro.
Harrison Ford, but I don't love him that much. Like, come on, that's
Jeez,
crazy.
bro. I'm I'd, I'd rather take those $900 and try to buy some packs like Tony and see if I can get his autograph from there. Because then you could end up probably getting multiple autographs.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
crazy. That's insane.
it's insane. I was looking and I'm like, who determines these prices?
I
Because
always
I
wondered
look
that
at it
too.
and it's like, okay, Funko flat like a flat box of Funko, this
hmm
price, a personal painting, this price, a 7 by 11 photo, this price. So like every price is, and I'm thinking, okay, cool, a personal painting.
hmm
Um, maybe it's the regular price 800. I'm bringing my personal painting in, you sign it, but then it's like 1300. But then
Yeah.
if I bring you a Funko box this flat, it's 1,000. But then if I have a poster, because there was a poster on there and it's
hmm
only his signature, it's a lower price. But if it's a poster with multiple signatures and he's adding his on top of it, it's a higher price. How?
What
It's the
the heck? That's
same
crazy.
poster.
Yeah. What the hell?
I don't know.
That's why I
All I
never.
know is I would not be doing that.
Yeah.
So if you
I
guys, I
never
am.
understood that. Like because I've been going to a lot more cons
Mhm.
recently, and I'm seeing like, bro, you're putting your same signature on no matter what I bring. Why is it determined the different price of whatever? Like the 8 by 10 photo, $100. Oh, but if you bring a Funko Pop, $150. Why does a Funko Pop raise $50 more? If it's the same size signature and everything.
So the thing is that what I don't understand is, okay, so the 8 by 10 or whatever, 11, whatever it is,
Mm-hmm.
photos that you have in your table, you're providing for me
Mm-hmm.
and you're signing it. So I'm getting the material photo from you,
Yeah.
and the signature. So that probably should be more because that means I just
Hmm.
came to your table with nothing.
Exactly.
But I'm bringing you something that's my
Hmm.
item, and I'm asking you to sign it in this small spot, but
Hmm.
then you want to charge me more.
Yeah.
I don't get it. Now I know because I almost made a mistake. Shout out to Tony. Tony always reads like the fine details and everything. And
Hmm.
he's like, yo, bro, make sure you select premium autograph because they
Yes.
have all they'll have three options. So
Hmm.
whenever you guys purchase something pre ahead, make sure you read because there's auto and then parentheses it'll say like 8 by 10. That
Yeah.
means whatever photo that's at their table, you got to select. Some people bring out 20 photos, some people only bring out three or two, and those are the three or two you have to choose, and then
Hmm.
that's your auto. Then there's like premium, which it's like, if you have a poster, a Funko Pop, and all that stuff. And then there's another tier that I've seen where if you have like a helmet,
Yeah.
you know, it's a different price. So I know for Hayden, a helmet was a different price, and I do want to get that helmet signed because Tony has that one sign with the red marker
Oh,
of
nice.
Hayden's autograph. So that was
Hmm.
pretty dope. So I like how that came out. But yeah, man, it's crazy the auto prices. The most that I've ever spent for an auto was Mark Hamill. But come
Mm.
on, that's freaking Luke, bro.
Yeah.
That's Luke.
I understand.
That's Luke. And it was and at the time I purchased it, I thought that was a lot.
Hmm.
$500 is a lot for an autograph. Like
Yeah.
Hayden Christensen was like 175. And I'm like, the chosen one is 175. Mark Hamill was 500. And then it wasn't for my girlfriend. She was the one that says, you're gonna regret yourself if you don't get it. You're gonna
Hmm.
be like, "Damn, I should have went with Tony out there to Chicago." So I didn't. I not only did it, I got the autograph, I got the photo op sitting next to him, and then I got the photo op with him and Hayden,
Oh
which
man.
again, yeah, I had to go all out for that one. So,
Yeah, I think the
but
most I've ever spent on an autograph was just now meeting Charlie Cox for the first time.
mm,
Yeah, his autograph was 175.
and you know what's crazy? I look at 175 and like, okay, that's not a bad price. That's
Hmm.
crazy
Yeah.
because when I was a big into Walking Dead, so we're talking about over 10 years ago, I
Hmm.
went to Walker Stalker Con, which is like
Hmm.
a The Walking Dead convention, and obviously go to MegaCon here in Orlando and Tampa Con, and at the time they had Tampa MegaCon. I
Hmm.
will try to follow all the Walking Dead actors. And their
Yeah.
autographs at the time, 10 years ago, 40, 45, 60, 65. The most expensive at that time, 10 years ago, was Norman Reedus, and it was
Mm.
$100. And bro, I did not want to pay for that $100. I didn't. I was like, dang, $100 is a lot to get on someone's autograph.
Yeah.
Now I look at $100 and they were like, if they said like Soka, what's her name? Rosario Dawson's $100. I'm like, dang, that's cheap.
First one
Now
in
that's
line.
cheap. Now that's cheap.
Yeah. Yeah,
you
because
know,
we're doing more cons, so we're seeing more people's different signatures and stuff like that. And prices now you're like $100 is it's
I
something, but it's still not compared to some of the other people's stuff.
the best $100 that I ever spent on an autograph was Stanley. Rest in
Mm,
peace. Stanley came to MegaCon, I think like 3 or 4 years in a row. And it
hmm.
went from 65 to 75 to 85 to 100. And the last year, I was like, you know what? I should have got it many years ago when it was 65.
Hmm.
It's $100. This guy's not gonna be living forever. It's like the father of Marvel, right?
Yeah.
I'm
Hmm.
like, bro, let me get this guy's autograph. So best $100 I ever spent. And it also came with the authentication certification, like um little, I guess, certification and the
Hmm.
sticker. So the little paper they gave you, it had a sticker with a serial number, and
Yeah.
then wherever he signed, they put the other sticker that matches the serial number to
Hmm.
next to his signature. So
Would you get
that,
signed?
matter of fact, do I have it handy? Let me come back.
Pause time. Let's guess what he's gonna bring. Is it a Funko Pop? Is it a poster? Maybe it's a photo. We don't know.
A few moments later.
I had to go to the infamous hallway full
This
of
Funko
Funko
store.
Pops.
This
Should
Funko
be
store.
charging people as a museum.
Yeah, I told your Funko store. Your little.
My
You
Funko
got
store.
you got the Hollywood one. You got the Seattle one, and then you got the Ricky one.
Hey, pretty much. Pretty much. All right. So this is the certification right here.
Oh, nice.
And then not the best signature, but
Oh, he signed it on the box, not the
mhm,
plastic. Nice.
not the it says enough said on there. And you got the little
Nice.
certification sticker. Sorry for the glare. But yeah,
That's
I
cool.
mean, he was, I don't even know how old this was. This got like dust everywhere. Um, I'm certified, certification number 2,955. So I was 5 away from 3,000. Damn.
Oh, yeah.
But
I think.
that was a MegaCon.
Yeah, I met Stanley once, and that was to get this one right here, the first appearance of Deadpool comic book signed.
Oh,
Yeah, this is my holy grail of comics right here. I have him sign it. I have Rob Liefeld sign it, and then Fabian, who is also a co-creator of Deadpool. All three of them sign it, slapped up, 9.0.
oh, you got it graded
Mm-hmm.
9.0.
Yep.
So after the signatures, you got it graded.
Yep. After this, I think all in all, I think I spent like probably like $200, signatures and everything. Which
Wow, bro.
Stanley was the expensive one, but at that time, before Deadpool was Deadpool, Rob Liefeld and Fabian were charging like 20-30 bucks for
Yeah,
signatures.
I remember. I went. You the one that convinced me. Like, bro, I
Yeah, I
gotta grade
remember.
Deadpool. Let's
Yeah,
go.
we went to Tampa.
I got this Stanley pop. So these are the only two Stanleys I got. This is
Mm.
from the I don't know the LA Comic Con, right?
Yeah, it's
Or
LA Comic Con now.
his
Yeah,
Comic Con.
yeah. It's the same one. It used to be called Stan Lee Comic Con. Then they changed it to Kamikaze or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then now it's just called LA Comic Con.
Yeah. So this is like the back of it. This it's pretty old. Not that I mean, I don't know what year this is, but I know this was like you can only get these at Hot Topic.
Yeah. Damn,
But yeah,
I never thought I'd see you hold a pop again, man.
that's where I got my name. Don't worry. Yeah, it's crazy. I
Get back
don't
roots.
really collect Funko Pops anymore like that. Um, not saying that Funko is not um a cool thing to collect. I don't want people to be like, oh, now he's like moved on to Hot Toys and then Legos,
Hmm.
and he doesn't think Funkos is cool no more. I'm just upset at Funko, and I
Oh,
feel like I know a lot of people would say this, but they need some type of new direction
hmm.
because as a company grows, as you grow with a company, you're gonna have hit and misses, right? There's gonna be some things that work and some things that don't.
Yeah.
Like what were the things they had? They had like the mystery minis,
Hmm.
right? The mystery mini, and those were working at one point, but then people kind of stopped getting them. So you got to move on. You got to grow. Like a company like Nike, they didn't just stay with the Cortezes and Dunks and Terminators and Air
Hmm.
Jordan ones. They kept on growing. Like in
Yeah.
Nike has some hit and misses, but they keep
Hmm.
on evolving. And I felt like it's you're doing your fans a disservice if you're using the same mold.
Yeah.
The same mold, the same silhouette, and making it clear, making it glitter, making it glow in the dark, making it like, come on. They had different positions. I'm not asking for 10 points of articulation, like that. I understand
Yeah.
it's a final figure, but you could
Hmm.
do different poses and stuff like that. I mean, they have. I if I see it in person, because I do like Mace Windu.
Hmm.
Um, there is one they came out with Mace Windu with electricity all over
Hmm.
him and it glows in the dark. And
Yeah.
the guy that I'm doing the live with, Brandon, I think he picked it up. I'll pick that up. So
Hmm.
I'm not saying that I would never ever buy a Funko Pop again. It's just right now I don't see myself putting money into something that I have the same silhouette, different colors. Like if they could come out with some dope stuff, I know I'm kind of looking at the Fantastic Four, which we're going to be talking about pretty soon. They came
Hmm.
out with the Funkos with them in the astronaut suits. That's
Yes.
pretty dope. That's
Yeah.
pretty dope. I
I
like that.
actually, I actually like the one that I'm considering buying because again, I be telling people I'm not a Funko Pop collector, even though my background says differently. I collect the ones that I'm gonna get signed. But
Yes.
I saw the Galactus one. I think it's like the tenant, the
Mm,
big one, and
mhm.
I think if I remember correctly, he has Silver Surfer in his hand. So that's the one I'll probably pick up because I gotta add
Yeah,
that to the
and I mean,
collection.
if I never wanted to do anything with Funko, I would have got rid of my whole collection. I mean, I still got over almost close to 300 Funko Pops of Star Wars.
Jesus.
I still got all my Power Rangers.
Yeah.
I still have my Batman. My
Mm.
Batman is not even displayed. It's in a closet. There's a closet in this house that everything is boxed up with no exaggeration. Is probably
Hmm.
worth over $10,000 in that closet
Jesus.
because I don't have the space. I'm literally recording in my living room. This background here is not a room. But yeah, so yeah, and now that I'm got rid of all of my Funkos, I got rid of some that I don't like collect anymore, like
Hmm.
Demon Slayer, some of my Dragon Balls. I still got 10 Dragon Ball pops. I kept the 10 that I either got
Hmm.
signature for or remember like going out and getting it. So it's like nostalgia reasons, like
Hmm.
keep it there. But yeah, if Funko, gets a new president or somebody's running their, and change some things around, I'm all for it. Like again, thinking outside the box. They took the Mace Windu iconic scene, his hands cut off, and
Hmm.
lightning out the window. Boom. That's something we needed. And they also dropped it at the right time where it's the anniversary of Revenge of the Sith, which
Yeah.
that's iconic for. So yeah, but I mean we talked about it in the last episode of Rebel Collectors. They're using
Hmm.
the same Batman mode. It's
Yeah,
like,
I
bro,
saw
how
that.
many times we're gonna put Batman in blue, Batman in neon green, Batman like, bro, come on.
It's just
You're
because
killing
they want to slab a exclusive sticker on it. That's it. That's all.
that's all it is, bro.
That's it, man. But speaking of collections, I know we've been going around cons and stuff like that. So let's jump into our pickups that we've done. What are and let's not do like our whole pickups. Like, what are your top pickups you've gotten recently?
Ooh, recently?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I wouldn't say so. I mean, one of my pickups right there. I would say that's the pickup of the year.
Yeah.
Right there, it's the Anakin hot toy.
Nice.
Um, I don't even know how much it's worth now because I'm not planning on selling it. I don't look at eBay to see. But the last time I would think I was offered like $1,200,
Oh
and the
wow.
Anakin was $400. So
Mm-hmm.
that's a Japan exclusive. Um, it was the number one item that everybody was trying to go after. Shout
Mm-hmm.
out to Josh, my boy Josh, out there in Oregon. He is he's a Wookiee builder, so he dresses up like the Wookiees. He makes the mask, the suit, and everything.
Oh,
He's
that's
legit.
cool.
He's
Uh-huh.
legit. Like he when he goes out dressed. There's a video of mine, and you're gonna see a Tarful coming
Mm-hmm.
at me. That's him.
Oh,
So
cool.
he has VIP.
Mm-hmm.
for celebration. And he's like, bro, is there's something that you need help that I could help you get?
Mhm.
And I'm like, I need the Anakin. Now, I don't get me wrong. I'm not afraid or I'm not like appreciative of people's help, but
Mhm.
usually I try to get things on my own, right? Because
Yeah.
the reason why I try to get things on my own because I don't want to be a burden for anybody.
Mhm.
And I also want to get the experience of saying that, I stood in line, I did it.
Mhm.
So I hit him up and let him know that, if he could help me, but I also was not depending on him
Yeah.
because I the day before in Japan, right? This is Star Wars Celebration Japan. The day before the event, I couldn't sleep. I went to
Mhm.
bed at 2 in the morning, had
Mhm.
my clothes laid out. I took a shower.
First
I
day of
was like,
school.
yeah, first day of school. I'm like, I'm gonna. All I have to do is just wake up, brush my teeth, put on my clothes, and out the door because I took a shower.
Yeah.
So I went to sleep at 2. I remember it was
Mhm.
2. I was like, damn, I gotta go to sleep. And I woke up at 5. I only slept for 3 hours. And then I'm like, bro, the excitement. And then I was like, should I do it? This is my first time ever. Because I know we
Mhm.
were debating, what time we're gonna wake up, what time we're gonna line up.
Yeah.
And I remember they were saying like maybe we should leave the hotel at 6 a.m. to line up for the Anakin because we're not VIP. This is the last 2 celebrations.
Mhm.
I was lucky enough to buy VIP off of somebody, right? Because I
Mhm.
never won VIP. You try to go to get VIP on the website, bro. Good luck. Never. All the Star Wars celebrations, I never had a chance to win it. I always had to buy it aftermarket, right?
Mhm.
So this year we're going to Japan. Japan was already $1,300 for the flight, uh, $700 in like 3 hotels. Um, Spending money in food, bullet train, 100 going, 100 coming back. Like, I'm already spending money.
Yeah.
So for celebration, to get the VIP is $1,000 regularly.
Damn.
To get VIP aftermarket from
Mhm.
somebody else, 12, 13, 1,500.
Mhm.
So I already spend that money for the flight and hotel. I'm not gonna spend another $1,500 for
Mhm.
aftermarket VIP. So we decided to just go, let's go regular, whatever. Let's have a good time.
Mhm.
I went and I left the hotel at 5:30 in the morning.
Jesus.
No, I left the hotel at 5:20. I got dressed. I couldn't go to sleep. I
Mhm.
said, let me just see who's there. I went down to the lobby, saw maybe 1 or 2 people. They were drinking coffee. I'm like,
Mhm.
okay, so it's not crazy because the hotel was connected to the convention, right?
Yeah.
But we still had to go outside the hotel because the connection to the convention that was closed. That was not going to be open until after the event opened. So you have to line up outside and go through
Mhm.
security and all that stuff. So I go ahead and walk, 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 walk. I get there at 5:35. General admission line. 5:35 a.m. There's over 600 people already in front of me.
God damn. That's crazy.
And there's only, I think there was only 2,000
Uh
of
huh.
those Anakins. So, okay, I'm like, okay, cool. There's 600 plus people in front of me.
Mhm.
Depending on how many people for VIP on that line, because it was a separate
Mhm.
line up and wake up in the morning, I might have a chance to get in.
Yeah.
So I did the line. I did the line, waited the whole time. I think the event, they didn't start letting us in until 9. Was it
Mhm.
9? Yeah, 9 because the panel starts at 10.
Mhm.
So from 5:35 a.m. to 9 a.m., I'm out there waiting in line, going through security and everything. And I'm hopeful. My heart's beating. And
Mhm.
then so Tony was able by another friend was able to get in early.
Mhm.
So he wasn't in line with me. And then I had another friend named Ty, which he was VIP. And then obviously I had Josh VIP.
Yeah. Mhm.
So technically I had support by 3 people if they could get me another Anakin.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know if it was going to be one per person. We don't know if we don't know how it is. So, and obviously Ty and Tony, they want one, so they're
Yeah.
gonna get one for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
I know Josh doesn't collect hot toys, so lucky for me that Josh doesn't collect hot toys.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as I get in, he's like, "Bro, I already got it." He was waiting by the booth of hot toys. Obviously gave him the money for it, and I
Mm-hmm.
couldn't believe it. So I don't know. I don't think you guys could see it. Let me see if I lift it up a little bit. There's another one down there. Uh, can you see that right there? Let me move a little bit forward. It's a stormtrooper back
Oh,
there in the
okay. Yeah.
bottom.
Mm-hmm.
In the bottom, that was another Japan exclusive. So those will probably be my pickups of the year. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
even though the year has not ended,
Yeah.
um, yeah, just the story about it, trying to get it myself,
Mm-hmm.
early morning. Good friend, able to get it for me. Been offered money even after me unboxing it. They said, "I don't even care. You unboxed it. I still want it, but that's not going anywhere." So
Yeah.
for me, that's one of the biggest pickups. I do have some stuff here, some crazy stuff. This is like more recent.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and plus there's a lot of stuff laying around everywhere. I did get an R2
Sippy cup.
sippy cup. So cool thing is that I don't know if I could open it because I had a hard time, but in here, up to
Mm-hmm.
here, you can put soda, and then here you can put popcorn.
Ah, nice.
So yeah. Any movie night, it's out here in the living room. I mean, my whole collection's out here in the living room, but that's why I'm playing around. But yeah, I got this. Shout out to BP Battle Packs. He gave me that for free. Obviously, the Lucky Japan hat. I mean, this thing has like sweat stains all over it, bro. I wear these hats out, like these hats out. Like this is another
Mm-hmm.
experience that I went to Japan, Super Nintendo World. So this handy, and then shout outs to the kids and my girlfriend. This is where I'll be going live today.
Nice.
Django Fat Lego. So I'll be doing this on my channel.
Nice.
Unboxing this with my friend Clan Brandalorian. And then I got the Star Wars logo Lego as well.
Ooh, nice. I saw the
So
Marvel one too.
yeah.
Does that one have like a little button where the characters pop out?
Yeah, there's a little hidden compartment somewhere in here. There's like they look right here. I think it's right here.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I want to get the Marvel one with all the Avengers. When you press the button, they all pop out.
Yeah, so yeah, Lego's doing their thing, man. Lego's going pretty. I never thought I would be a Lego collector
Mm-hmm.
because at the time when you think of Lego, you kind of think of kids, right? I bought Legos for my kids,
Mm-hmm.
and I always said I was never gonna go down the rabbit hole of collecting Lego, but man, they're
You be,
nice.
yeah, you
They're
became
nice.
Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah, they came out nice. I mean, this is my favorite one, obviously,
Mm-hmm.
because it's actually my favorite ship, the Ghost. And it just sits there in display. I built
Mm-hmm.
it. I'm proud of myself. So it's something like you could say, "Hey, I did that. I
Yeah.
read instructions. I know how to read, and I built it."
Hey,
Um,
some of them Legos be great because some of the boxes literally say 18 and older. Because some of them are crazy.
okay, these are not too expensive.
Mm-hmm.
What's the age group here? Yeah, it says 18 plus, baby.
Exactly. See?
So no kids is playing this, okay?
Nope.
And on top of that, what kid could afford this?
Nah.
They're gonna have to save their birthday and Christmas money for this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? But yeah, and then I have it right here because I went live the other day randomly. I got the Switch 2 right here.
Nice. How you like it? Uh,
I like it, but again, like it's not gonna be anything crazy.
mm-hmm.
Like for me, I love it. I love
Mm-hmm.
it, right? But
Mm-hmm.
I'm a Nintendo head. But for some people to go from the Switch 1 to go to Switch 2, they're like, it's a bigger screen, but it's not OLED. Um, and it kind of looks like the same. It looks like
Yeah.
the same background and all that stuff. So people are like, it's not really worth it. So I felt like they should have called this the XL or the Pro. So if you would
Mhm.
have came out with the Switch, which they did, the
Mhm.
Switch OLED, and then
Yeah.
maybe the Switch Pro, then you're giving the person like, okay, do I want to get the Pro like an iPhone? Do I want to get it bigger? Do I
Yeah.
want to stay smaller? They should have did this as an OLED, but come
Mhm.
on, it's Nintendo, folks.
Yeah.
They're gonna come out with the Switch 2 OLED in like 2 years.
Facts.
Come on, it's I think of Nintendo as Apple. They're gonna come out with something bigger and better.
Mhm.
Does it run faster? Yes. Does it? The loading times, the HDR looks amazing on the TV. That's the biggest change that you can see.
Mhm.
The games just look good, and they upgraded some of the games that you have for the Switch One. They did some updates so that it looks, takes advantage of the HDR and it looks beautiful. So those are all good, but when you make a big deal, like to go from a PS3 to a PS4, that was a big jump. To go from
Yeah.
PS4 to a PS5, we like, it's everything different
Mhm.
between how the system looks, the controller, the sound, the home screen, the way the games are played, the loading times, how beautiful it looks. Like there's a
Mhm.
lot of things from here. It's like it looks the same. Like the Switch One, Switch Two looks the same, it's just this one's bigger.
Yeah.
And if you got the Switch 1 and Switch 2, it's the same screen, the
Mhm.
LCD screen. It's
Yeah.
just this one's bigger, you know.
Yeah.
But I mean, I got the Switch 2 because of Mario Kart World, which I'm loving right now. Open world game. Um, I love Mario Kart, so I was
Mhm.
gonna get it regardless. You know,
Understand.
I felt
I was debating if I want to get it, but I'm not like I like Nintendo stuff, but I'm not like freaking out like, oh, I need to play Mario Kart or oh, I
yeah.
need
I
to
would
get
like I said, I would if it wasn't for Mario Kart. My girlfriend doesn't believe me, by the way. She's like, "Yeah, whatever." I told her if they would have came out with a new Zelda, I'm not like a big Zelda head, so
Mhm.
they would have came out with Zelda, or the Switch 2 came out with Metroid Prime 4,
Mhm.
I probably would have waited. And she's like, "No, you wouldn't. You still would have got it." I said, "I don't play those games."
Yeah.
But they had to drop a Mario Kart World, and they only made it for the Switch 2, so you're bending my arm because I
Facts.
want to play it. You're
Yeah.
bending my arm. They did that on purpose. Because
Mhm.
if they would have came out with Mario Kart World for the Switch 1, 2 as well,
Mhm.
they I don't think they would have sold as much systems as predicted or
Yeah.
as happened, the 3 point
Mhm.
whatever million over the weekend. But yeah,
Yeah.
those are some of the pickups. I mean, I have pickups everywhere. I mean, literally, this might be every collector's house. Or look at this floor right here. I have like things on the floor over there. I got a freaking Lego ship over there, some End Saber blades.
All hidden in the background.
Yeah, I'm giving you guys a little tour that some of my subscribers don't even see. But yeah,
She exclusive.
it's goose.
Only on Mercs on the mic.
Hey man,
Eh.
what you want more of a tour? You got to pay for that.
That's funny.
But what about
But
you, man? Your collection is growing. You have to have some pickups. What's your biggest pickup?
yeah, so I'm pretty proud of this because I went to 3 cons to get this one completed. So growing up, my parents weren't really letting me allowed to watch like Marvel stuff like that because they thought it was too violent. But they were allowing me to watch Ninja Turtles. So I grew up a huge Ninja Turtles fan, and then I had an older brother, and he would let me watch with him, and then he also showed me the 1980s cartoons. So I grew up on that stuff. So the best thing that I have in my collection is, let me show it to you right here. Took a nice little right there.
Bam.
Bam. So I got the whole cast to sign my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 1990s live action movie poster. So this
That's
is like
fire.
my holy. It's already, as you guys can see it here in the background. It's up in my Ninja Turtle corner, and it's signed by everybody like Judith Hogue, who played April O'Neil, Brian Tucci, who is Leonardo, Robbie Riss, who's Mikey, Ernie Reyes Jr., who is not only Donatello, but he also plays Kino in Ninja Turtles #2, which I didn't
Oh
know that.
yeah. That's true. Yeah, he did. Yep.
hmm Which I didn't know
hmm
that. I didn't know he was Donatello in the first one. So I thought that was pretty cool. And then we have Ken Scott, who plays Raphael, and then James Seattle, who plays Shredder in the first movie. And the only one that I'm missing, that's why I say is not 100% done, is 98% done, is Kevin Clash, who plays Master Splinter.
Master Splinter.
And
Yeah, and I was lucky to announce for ICCC. Kevin Clash was my announcement on my live,
mm-hmm,
and it was one of those things where um I wanted to everything that you got right there. I
mm-hmm,
wouldn't have got all those autographs because I don't believe everybody was there at Triple C.
mm-hmm,
Um, but Kevin Clash was. I wanted to do the exact same thing because Michael Havens, the owner of ICCC,
uh-huh,
before we went live, or no, after we went live, he was
mm-hmm,
like, "You might want to get a Ninja Turtle poster
yeah,
because you're gonna get all your autographs." But unfortunately, I didn't get no autographs at ICCC.
mm,
Coming from Japan, I think 2 weeks.
yeah,
I think it was 2 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks, and then boom, ICCC. And I spent a lot of money in Japan
not bad.
between every single Pokemon Center, Nintendo, Universal, and then you heard the story about the hot toy. I not
Mm-hmm,
only got one, I got two, and then
mm-hmm,
buying stuff and then photo ops and all that stuff. I spent a lot of money in Japan. So coming to ICCC, I didn't spend not that much. I didn't get no autographs, no photo ops. And trust me, I grew up watching the Ninja Turtles, and
yeah,
it's very surprising that I don't think I have anything in this house, Ninja Turtles. If you go back to my parents' house, I have a box, probably 2 boxes
mm-hmm,
full of old Ninja Turtle toys, the VHSs. There was cereal bowls
mm-hmm,
back in the day, so they had Ninja Turtle cereal,
yeah,
and inside the cereal box, there were cereal bowls. You
mm,
pull out, you don't know which turtle you're gonna get.
that's
I
cool.
still have that cereal bowl. So it's really shocking that I didn't get that. But when I see that, I'm like, damn, bro. So and I was like, man, I should have got it, but I knew I had two graduations, Mother's Day. I had a lot in the month of May
Yeah,
going on. So I'm like, you have to put priorities first, and unfortunately, the kids are a priority over getting
yeah,
autographs. But this is something that is top notch in the collection. I've always wanted a poster to have
mm-hmm,
multiple people sign on it. So that's fire, bro.
yeah. And then the cool thing too, I had James Scioto, the guy that plays Shredder. I told him like he was enrolling it because he was the first signature I did that day. It was the first day of the con that I went to, which is Washington State Summer Con, and
Mhm.
he unrolled it, and he's like, "Oh snap!" Because like I said, it was Friday, first person, and the turtles that the guys that played the turtle weren't out there yet. So he saw those signatures, and he's like, "Oh, you've been working on this for a while." Because again, they weren't out there, so it's not like I just did these guys and then you're the last one.
Yeah.
I told him I was like, "Yeah, you're the last person I need," and he's laughing. He's like, "Oh, I'm the last bingo card you need then."
Yeah, I know. I think in the video he said he was gonna use no, he wasn't gonna use a silver pen. What
Yeah,
did he end up using?
he used a silver pen or a gray pen.
Gray pen. Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
and
it looks amazing. When did you start doing these autographs?
so I started at NostalgiaCon. It's like a 80s 90s convention,
Mm-hmm.
and I became friends with the guy that runs the Turtles. They're called, I don't know if you
Mm.
heard of them. They're called Celebration.
No.
Yeah, so it's a company that they work with all the agents, with the guys that do all the turtles and stuff like that, and works with Judith Hogue. And he send me all the conventions they're going to be at. So he's
Oh
like, oh, this
wow.
person's gonna be there, this person's gonna be there, and like Ernie Reyes Jr., guy that plays Donatello, I got him because he was at a toy store, like a retro toy store out here in L.A., and he was doing signatures, and I was like, and he was the first one I got done. So I was like, oh, I'm taking my poster to get it started.
That's dope, bro.
Yeah,
And then
so
some and these ones, I like how they did the marker to their color of the
yeah.
turtle.
hmm
That's
And that was
fire.
all. That was all them doing it too. It's not like, oh, can you do yours in red and all? They already hit it in their brain that, oh, I got to do it in my color.
Now, this is the April O'Neil from the second movie or the first movie?
First movie. Everybody hears from the first movie.
First movie, right?
hmm Yeah, that's why Shredder took me a little bit longer because he doesn't do cons like that. He
Mm-hmm.
only did this one because he lives in Seattle.
Okay.
So that's why.
Okay.
That's why I feel like Kevin Clash is going to be hard for me to get because from what I've been told by the guys that do Celebration, he doesn't do cons like that.
Damn. That's gonna hurt me
hmm
even more. That's gonna hurt me
yeah.
even more. Yeah, because
Yes.
he's the voice of Elmo.
Yeah.
So it was funny because they were, I think and I triple C, I was just having a good time. I was
Yeah.
just walking around, filming, trying to do different things that I did the year before. And
hmm
I think what ended up happening is that I got burnt from doing autographs and photo ops from Celebration. Even
hmm
though I know ICCC is nowhere near like Celebration, that you're going to be spending an hour in the line. The most
Yeah.
that you'll spend in the line is probably maybe 20 minutes. They're
hmm
pretty fast.
Yeah.
And sometimes there's no line. But what they were doing is they were doing a raffle, and the raffle was a poster signed by all the
All the
cast
cats,
there.
they were doing the same thing at the last two cons that I went to. Yeah, they
And
were doing
then
raffles. You get a either you win a photo with all the signatures of them, or you get a free group photo with all the turtles together.
yeah,
So, hmm
and so then Kevin Clash, they were reading out the numbers from the raffle tickets.
uh-huh.
So and I didn't get it recorded because it would have been hilarious. He did Elmo's voice
Oh
reading
yeah,
the numbers off. I
that's
was like,
hilarious.
yo, that's crazy.
That's
Yeah, but
awesome.
that's dope, bro. That's an awesome pickup. That's an
Appreciate it.
awesome
Yeah,
pickup because for
that's
sure
like,
it's like getting all those autographs. Yeah.
hmm and then again, the first introduction to me for Ninja Turtles, even though I wasn't born in the '80s, it was the '80s cartoon Ninja Turtles, and I was able to also get, oh, where'd it go? Here it is. Pull it up real quick. Boom. So I got to meet the voice cast for all the turtles from the '80s. Also, they were
Mm,
all there too. So I was like, I have to get all of them because when are they all going to be together in one place?
that
So
is dope. Yeah, and you got like the kind of OG turtles that matches the
mm,
pops. Perfect. Yes.
yeah, so I got Townsend Coleman who plays Mikey, and it was funny. I was talking to um, Barry Gordon who voices Donatello, and he was telling me because I told him, oh, you can write Cowabunga if you want when you do your signature, and he's like, no, I can't. That's Townsend stuff. He says he writes
Hmm.
Cowabunga and everything, even when he's signing for a new house, he writes Cowabunga in the middle of his his name. So it was funny. They all wrote their own specific thing, but like I said, Townsend plays Michelangelo. Then we got Cam Clark playing Leo, and then Barry Gordon, like I said, plays Donatello. And then the one that really got me until I got to his table was Rob Polson, and it didn't hit me that he literally voices so many cartoons of when I was growing up. Especially he does the voice of Pinky from Pinky and the Brain.
Pinky. Yep. Yeah,
Like I
his voice is hilarious.
Yeah, and when he was talking to me, like if you guys watch one of my videos of when I was at the con talking to him, you can see he was changing his voices to match different characters while we're having a normal conversation. I was like, bro, this is hilarious, man.
I seen him. He did something with Seth Green where Seth
Hmm.
Green read read like Anakin,
Uh huh.
like he so Revenge of the Sith line, and then
Hmm.
the other one did the Pinky in the Brain.
Mm.
So like they were reading Star Wars lines, but one was Pinky in the Brain and the other one, okay.
Oh,
Oh, the Undertaker's here. Um, the other one read like Chris from Family Guy.
hmm.
So that's
Oh, you know
funny
what?
that
I have seen that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Now it comes. Yeah, that's funny. I
yeah,
seen
so
that.
it's dope that it's just crazy that we grew up with these cartoons and then we
Hmm.
meet the people and then they just easily just do their voice. And I'm like,
Yes.
yo, it's like crazy, you know?
Hmm. Yeah.
Well, that's
So,
dope. So you got the movie and the cartoons. That's dope, bro.
yep. And then to
That's a
top it
dope
off,
mix.
as you can see in the middle, I got to take a photo with Kevin Eastman, who is the co-creator of the Ninja Turtles, and then all the guys in the suits. Those are the replica suits from the movies.
Those are the ones that came to ICCC or no?
Yes, these are the guys that run Celebration.
Mm,
So I'm guessing they're the same people that help organize it at ICCC.
celebration. That's funny.
Yeah,
Do they have a Ninja Turtles Comic Con or no? Or like a
they don't.
con?
They don't. Which I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty
Mm,
sure they'll get to there because I'm guessing they're trying to see how the turnout is for the turtles because they put them in separate places. I don't know how they did it at ICCC, but the last three places that I went to, they all had them in their own sections. And then this last one that I went to had their own building, and it was just
yeah,
straight.
I know you were trying to look for them.
Yeah, it
You're
was
like,
literally
where
just
the people at? I
Ninja
know
Turtles.
they're
Yeah,
here.
yeah, and it was
But
literally
no, for ICCC they had them all together,
okay.
but they were still in the area where all the actors were doing autographs and all that stuff. But they had them all together, every single
Hmm.
turtle, and they had Splinter. No,
Hmm.
they had Shredder and Splinter together,
Oh, that's funny.
and then they had all the turtles together,
Hmm.
and then they had the April O'Neil, but the April O'Neil from the second movie,
Oh, okay.
not the first movie.
Hmm. Yeah. So, and then my last two big pickups that were pretty cool and kind of shocked me. So the first one is Wilson Fisk.
Oh yes,
Yes, signed by Vincent DeFario.
yes,
Going on for you. I can never say his last name
D'Onofrio,
right,
yeah.
but yes.
Mhm.
But it was funny because he only plays bad guys in a bunch of his movies, and he has a deep voice in all his movies and stuff. When I had a conversation with this man, it was not expecting his low voice.
Yes.
I don't know if you've ever met him before, but
Nah, but I
he
seen a
was
lot of videos of people meeting him.
mhm.
Yeah, bro. I think he came to Tampa Con.
Okay.
Him and Charlie Cox came to
Hmm.
Tampa Con, and I missed that one because Hayden Christensen was in that one too. But it was literally like a couple weeks after we came back from Chicago,
Mm.
and I already spent like 1,000 something dollars, Mark autograph and photo op. So I'm like, I'm not gonna be able to get them their autographs.
Yeah.
But yeah, I seen a lot of people's videos of them meeting him and all that stuff. Which I seen your videos, you really recording the interaction between the actors because sometimes you don't get to see that.
Yeah. And I
Actually,
have I think it'll come out before this one comes out, but you'll see in the video too. I have my interactions with him because I'm wearing my meta glasses the whole time I'm doing
hmm
this, so it's pretty cool. And then my last pickup is obviously getting to meet Charlie Cox, and I
yes.
got Funko Pop right here signed, and he got the double D's. But when I
So
tell you Charlie Cox is probably one of the nicest people I've ever met.
and he's also a fan.
Yes.
He's a fan.
Mhm.
So Tony got it on his video. When Tony went to ICCC for the first time 3 years ago,
Mhm.
Charlie Cox was there. So it
Okay.
was random because it's mostly Star Wars
Mm-hmm.
actors, but then you had Charlie Cox from Daredevil there,
Yeah.
and they had the Turtle Van there, and
Mm.
he loves Ninja Turtles, so he was like amazed. He must have grew obviously a kid growing up watching the '80s cartoon because having
Mm.
the Turtle Van there, like, so he was actually in the van.
Oh, that's
So
cool.
you see him just walking the floor, and he's going into the turtle van. So yeah, I know that I seen interactions with people, and I think Tony, I met him.
Mm.
He's a cool dude, bro. It's
Yeah.
good to see that people like that are they're
Mm.
still up there, and obviously it's good that you got his autograph now because his show, you never know what's gonna continue to lead on afterwards. Yeah.
Yeah. Especially because they're coming to LA Comic Con, the whole Daredevil cast.
Mm.
So they're already doing purchases for like photo ops and all that. So I already bought my Daredevil versus Punisher photo.
Oh, nice,
Yeah, and then
nice.
I'm gonna try because it says no props to be brought onto, but I'm gonna ask when I go. I have the first time Daredevil and Punisher meet in a comic book right here.
Mm.
So it's a low grade. So I'm gonna see first on Saturday if I can get them to sign it on each side that they're both at. And then on Sunday when my photo op is, see if I can take the photo with them pointing at the comic book.
Yeah,
So that's my goal for LA Comic Con. My mission.
that would be a dope photo.
Yeah.
100% dope photo.
So
Yeah, because I
but
think Tony has a picture of both of them,
oh yeah.
Punisher and yeah.
Yeah.
I think he got that at MegaCon. I think it was MegaCon. Yeah, yeah.
Nice.
Then the photo came out dope, really
Yeah.
nice. Tony was in the middle. I think he had like a Daredevil T-shirt, Daredevil Punisher T-shirt, and then both of them there. And I think they had their arms wrapped around Tony. It came out
Nice.
really nice.
Yeah. And I didn't talk to him this time at the con, but I've met John Bernthal before too, and he's probably one of the coolest dudes ever. He's one person you would love to go hang out and have a beer with. That's how he is.
What is it? A man's man.
Yeah, exactly. But that's pretty much all the crazy good pickups I got so far for these last couple of weeks. But I think we should just dive into some of these movies coming out.
Yes, summer
Yes.
blockbusters.
Yes. So let's dive real quick into the DC. I was thinking we can watch the trailer for Superman, the latest trailer, and get our little reactions to it.
All right.
You've seen it, right? This one or not yet?
Not the latest one. I've seen
Okay.
some of them, but not the latest one.
All right. So
So this is the final.
yeah, this is the
Yep, it says
final.
it right there. Superman
Yeah.
final trailer.
Yeah.
Learn how to read, Ricky.
All right. So let me know if you can hear it. You can hear it?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, cool.
Superman. The most powerful being on planet Earth. We finally meet. Now, as planned, I'll destroy you. And of course, that reporter you always do interviews with. Who raised you as a child? I'll kill them too.
No matter what you do to me, Luther, your plans won't work.
Wrap it up.
Good luck with that.
Make a move, Big Blue.
They chose him. Let them die. Hey!
Quit messing around.
I'm not messing around. I'm doing important stuff.
Hey, buddy. Eyes up here.
So what you think?
It's a lot going on. That's all I can say. It's a lot going on. As far as the way Superman looks,
Mm-hmm.
the suit, the actor looks good. Lex Luthor looks good. I feel there's a lot going on. Like I feel with all the side characters and other superheroes,
Mm-hmm.
I thought this is supposed to be it's supposed to be like a reboot of Superman, right? It's a
Yeah.
reboot of Superman.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel there's a lot going on, which did they put too much jam packed into this one movie
Mm-hmm.
where they could have maybe spread it out a little bit longer? I don't know. Maybe it all works out well. Um, I know I wasn't really a big fan of. What's the name of the dog? Cosmo? No,
Crypto.
Crypto.
Yeah.
Cosmo. Crypto Arena. I wasn't a fan
Yeah.
of the name change either.
I mean,
Staples
neither. Trust
Center.
me.
Staples
Imagine how I
Center.
feel walking by it all the time. Like, what the hell is
But
this?
yeah, crypto. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. And then he just dropped a funny line there,
Mm-hmm.
and James Gunn, funny. Guardians of the Galaxy. Is it
Yes.
gonna be too cheesy, too
Mm-hmm.
funny? Was it this guy John Cena? What was his
Yeah.
name?
Who's Peacemaker?
Peacemaker. A little
Yeah.
bit too. So I don't know. Am I gonna watch it? Yes. And I'm gonna watch it in theaters. I'm gonna watch it in theaters. Even if I'm alone, even if my girlfriend doesn't want to come with me, that's fine. That's fine. You don't have to go.
That was
I'll
funny.
go by myself. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna give it a try, but just from what I've seen right now, my personal opinion. And again, I can't say that I'm a big Superman fan because I'm a
Mm-hmm.
Batman fan.
Mm-hmm.
I can't say that I have every single Superman movie. It kind of hits some nostalgia
Yeah.
parts, from tradition, like from the old movies. It
Mm-hmm.
just me personally, I feel like there's a lot going on in just that one movie.
Mm-hmm.
And it felt like or kind of feels like I guess it's like triggering me in the inside when I see
Yeah.
that when I saw that trailer. It's
Uh-huh.
giving me a trigger because DC to me, hands down, is better than Marvel when it comes to comics. That's just my opinion.
Ooh, that's a
It's,
tough take.
I
Tough
know
take.
it's a tough take. In my opinion, it is, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it got me very upset that they wanted to do the Justice League so fast. They end up introducing Aquaman, Wonder Woman in the
Yeah.
movie, Batman versus Superman.
Mm-hmm.
Before even let's just have a standalone, and then afterwards let's do a standalone movie of Aquaman, and let's do a standalone movie of Wonder Woman. For what? You already introduced them in the
I
movie.
feel like those because that's why I feel like James Gunn is because he's in charge of DC now. I feel like
Mhm.
he's gonna do a better job of introducing characters and all that. Even though it feels like in the Superman movie, how you say it feels like we having so many characters thrown in. But the thing that from what I hear and read and seen is all these characters, but there's not going to be a Batman. There's not going to be a Wonder Woman. It's going to be all those side characters that you see in like the
Mhm.
cartoons and stuff like that. So I'm hoping that's true because I like how it looks. It looks like
Oh
a
yeah.
comic. It looks like a comic book movie because I felt like the old DCU was straight darkness, which I
Well,
get.
that was it's Zack Snyder.
Yeah,
It was Zack Snyder. Yeah, it's
because he came out with his Superman, and then I felt like the rest of DCU tried to follow the Zack Snyder verse. Let's
Mhm.
keep it dark. Let's keep it like scary and all that stuff. But I feel like James Gunn, because James Gunn is a comic book fan, so I feel like he'll do a good job of this, from what I hope. Because if Superman does what it's supposed to, I feel like it'll launch DC to where it's supposed to be.
I hope so. Yeah, I mean, they shouldn't be worrying. I don't. Um, you're gonna see Marvel and with Fantastic Four hitting the same month, and
Mm-hmm.
them building into Doomsday, and then
Yeah.
the other movies. Like, yes, but Marvel built that.
Mm-hmm.
I give to me, Marvel movies are way better than DC movies.
I agree.
I give that them hands down. And Marvel does. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that. I'm saying in general, from the storylines,
Mm-hmm.
DC stories are darker, gritty, and they're better for me. But
Mm-hmm.
Marvel does have a lot of amazing characters.
Yes.
Like, DC kind of focuses more on the Lanterns, the Superman, the Wonder Womans, the Batmans, and within the Batman's family, you
Mm-hmm.
know, all that stuff. Where Marvel has a lot. Just X-Men alone, you have
Yeah.
so many characters.
Yeah.
So from when it comes to Marvel, they win on having the characters, but for me, I like the story build
Mm-hmm.
up when it comes to DC. Obviously, the movies, Marvel's amazing. So I just hope James Gunn just takes his time and not worry about what's going on the other side. Yeah, Doomsday is coming
Mm-hmm.
and all that stuff, and they already built that and they spend time doing that. Focus on doing your thing and don't rush. But just for me right now, looking at the trailer, it's too much going on. Too
Mm-hmm.
much people. I just really wanted it to be focused on just Superman, Lois Lane, and Lex Luthor. And I get it. Maybe people are going to say, well, we're seeing the same all over again, but that's what it's called, a reboot. How many
Yeah.
times did we see Spider-Man get bit? How many times did we see Spider-Man all of a sudden wake up with shirtless and he got a little bit cut muscles and all that stuff? We've seen it 3 times, folks.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then we got all 3 of them in the movie. So yeah, Batman's mother died, parents died. It's happened. So I just hope that these extra side characters are not too cheesy, too
Mm-hmm.
funny, and kind of keeps the story serious. And now some of the action there, dang, my man's getting beat. He's
Facts.
getting he's getting tossed left and right. It's not
Yeah. And
easy for him.
he said too that he wanted to make sure that they know that his version of Superman is not the strongest in the world type of Superman. So he
Mhm,
wants to make sure that people know that he's vulnerable too, so people can relate more to him.
mhm.
That's why he looks like he's getting beat up all the time on most of these trailers. Yeah, but I'm glad James Gunn is, like I said, I'm glad he's in charge of it, and he's also came out too, because he's aware that the Fantastic Four come out the same month, and he's like, "We're not the MCU. Stop comparing us to the MCU. MCU's their own thing. We're doing our own thing over here." So I feel like he's aware of that too. So he's not like
Yeah,
won't
no
rush.
pressure.
Yeah,
Yeah, no pressure. You just do it on your own. Do your own thing.
exactly.
But yeah, I will definitely be watching that.
Same here. I'm excited to see how this goes, and like I said, I hope it does well, and we see future projects coming out for DCU. But finishing with DC, let's jump into MCU stuff. As we know, the Fantastic Four is coming out this month.
Now, this movie right here,
Uh huh.
looks good.
Yeah. So.
Now, I didn't have a problem back in the day with Chris Evans as the
Mm-hmm.
Human Torch. That Fantastic Four was dope. Both movies, even with Silver Surfer. Now,
Yeah.
the Michael B. Jordan version, let's not talk about that one. We're gonna
Hey,
scratch that one.
let's be happy he got another chance in the MCU with Killmonger.
Oh Lord, let's see this
That's
one.
yeah.
Final
Let's
trailer as well.
yes. Here we go.
Famous around the world, please welcome the Fantastic Four. Mr. Fantastic. Invisible Woman. Human Torch.
I love you, Johnny.
And the Thing.
Hey, what time is it? Say the thing.
That's not really something I say.
It's clobbering time.
That's just in the cartoon. Never late for Sunday dinner. Let's eat.
Hey, what time is it?
It's dinner time. Get inside.
I herald his beginning. I herald your end. I herald Galactus.
What is that? Get us out of here, Ben! Hold on! Are we safe?
I don't know.
The clock is ticking. We are going to find a solution. We are going to make it right.
You don't want to just crush him.
I like that.
The four of us will face the danger. We will protect you.
Family. It's about connecting to something bigger than yourself. We'll face it together. As a family.
What time is it, Ben?
No.
What time is it, Ben?
No, Johnny.
Say it!
I don't want to.
Say it!
Yeah, that movie's
Yeah.
can't wait. I don't know about the thing with the beard.
And that's, you know what's crazy? I'm wondering, that's one thing that I'm keeping in my mind and wondering how they're doing this in the movie, because it shows a bunch of different time. Because if you see, because if you see the baby Franklin Richards is born already, but then there's parts also in some of the trailers where she still has a belly, and then now you hit us with there's the Thing without the beard, but then there shows us just now where Thing has a beard. So I'm wondering like how they're going to be doing it throughout the movie, introducing that stuff.
Yeah, and I mean, I could be looking at the trailer wrong, but it looks like they end up going out. Obviously, the story they go out in space, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then it ends up looking like they did something up there where it caught the attention of Galactus, and they're escaping from Galactus.
Mm-hmm.
And then they escape from there. They come back home, but they don't tell nobody what they saw over there.
Yeah.
And obviously, you see Silver Surfer is a female, right?
Mhm.
Female being, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And obviously we know the story of Galactus and Silver Surfer, sending Silver Surfer out there,
Mm-hmm.
basically to take the next planet over
Yep.
for Galactus. I don't know about the size of Galactus, because isn't Galactus supposed to be bigger than the planet?
Yeah. But in the comic
but
books, I'm pretty sure they're gonna make it, because I've seen it I can't remember what exactly comic book I read it in, but he has the ability to change size.
Stretch bigger and yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
But I'm excited for it, man. It looks good. I actually like the suits, man. I think that's why they had to go back to that timeline back in the day, old school 60s,
Yeah.
70s. That blue really sticks out. So I like the suit.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's gonna be a good movie. Like, I'm really
Yeah.
excited for it to go
I'm
back
excited
to
too.
yeah, because I heard Thunderbolt was good. A lot of people
Oh,
were
it's
saying
great.
they're actually good, but
It
I
was great.
have not been to a theater for Marvel since when?
Deadpool and Wolverine.
Oh, duh. Yeah, that's it. Deadpool Wolverine.
Damn,
Because
that's a long time ago.
I didn't even see Black Panther 2 in theaters. I didn't see Black Panther 2 in theaters. I did not watch the Captain America movie. I
It was
did not
okay.
watch the Marvels. I did watch the Internals, which that was trash. Um,
Yeah, they're
yeah, so it's been a lot of separate Wolverine, Deadpool, but I don't really even count Wolverine, Deadpool because that's kind of like their own standalone on the side. I mean, connecting with I guess they had the TVA, is it
yeah, the
TVA
TVA. Hmm.
in the movie and all that stuff, dealing with Loki. So I guess there is the connection there. Um, but yeah, Marvel dropped off for a minute, and
I think
now
I think the
with
reason people feel that way is because of the movies that came after Endgame, like
Mhm.
the Eternals, the Marvels, a lot of those. Besides Shang-Chi, I thought that was a great movie. I don't know if you saw that one.
Oh yeah, Shang-Chi. Yeah, I did watch that in movie theaters. Yeah, I did
Yeah,
watch that one in the movie
that one
theaters.
was great.
Yeah, but
Which
I thought
fun?
they were gonna do more with that.
Yeah,
But
which
I
fun
guess
fact?
he's in the Thunderbolts, right?
Who?
Oh no,
No, he's not.
he's not in the
Yeah.
Thunderbolts. Oh,
Mm-mm.
okay.
Yeah, but fun fact: the director of Shang-Chi is actually the director of the new Spider-Man movie. I don't know if you know that.
Ooh, no, I did
So,
not know that.
well, we'll get into a little bit more of that after we talk about this, but I'll tell you why I'm excited for that. But
But yeah, this Fantastic Four movie is definitely gonna bring the Marvel fans that like me that were burnt
mhm,
out with some of these other movies, and it kind of felt like hesitant to go
yeah,
watch movie, but they really picked. I know some people felt some type of way with Pedro Pascal being Reed Richards,
not me.
but
Mm-mm.
yeah, I felt like you put anything in front of Pedro and he's gonna kill it. So
Mhm.
Marvel was smart by casting him and putting him in this movie because now you're gonna get those fans back into the theaters, which then the end credit scenes is gonna build up for the next
Yeah.
the next movie coming out forward.
You said you
So
haven't watched Thunderbolts, right?
no,
Ah, so you haven't seen the end credit scene for that.
mm-mm,
Damn.
mm-mm.
Because I think it does a real good job of introducing. Are you gonna watch Thunderbolts?
Yeah, but you can spoil it for me.
Uh,
It's fine.
so at the end credit scene, they're at the Avengers tower that Tony Stark used to own,
Hmm.
but they're owned by a different company or whatever, and they take over it. So they're all hanging out, and then they get a warning sign on their like TV screen, and it shows a spaceship coming into orbit, and then the spaceship turns, and you see the Fantastic Four logo on the spaceship.
Oh,
So that's where everybody's mind goes like, what, how did they get here? What happened to their universe that made them come over here? And I've been talking to some of my nerd friends over here and coming up with like what possibly could be going on. And the one that I like the most is, what if it's not the Fantastic Four in that spaceship? What if it's Doctor Doom in that spaceship? Because one theory is, because again, Doctor Doom is not in the Fantastic Four movie.
mm.
So one of the theories that we're talking about is, what if Doctor Doom is already, they already had their fight with Doctor Doom, and Doctor Doom is captured, and he's staying on in the Baxter building, because in the Baxter building underneath there's a like a prison for high bad guys and stuff like that. So we're thinking, if while everything's going on with Galactus, what if Doctor Doom escapes and he steals one of the spaceships, or the spaceship the Fantastic Four use, and he knows about time travel and the multiverse and all that stuff, and he escapes and he ends up in the new universe, and then the Fantastic Four are trying to come and capture him.
That seems like a great excuse me, a great possibility. That seems like something that might happen. That would be dope. So
Mm-hmm.
that would mean, oh yeah, because did you watch our latest episode of Rebel Collectors?
I did.
Did you saw the supposedly end credit scene for Fantastic Four?
Yeah, where Doom is holding the baby Franklin, and then the camera goes up and he takes his mask off, and it's Robert Downey Jr.'s Doctor Doom.
Mm-hmm. So what if he ends up taking
And
the baby, and
that's
in
what
that
we're
spaceship
thinking, that he stole the baby. And he took the
escaped, stole the
spaceship. Yeah,
baby.
stole the baby, escaped on the spaceship, went to this new timeline, and the Fantastic Four are coming to rescue baby Franklin. Because remember,
Mm,
baby Franklin, he's one of the most powerful mutants in the in Marvel universe. So imagine
exactly,
what Doctor Doom wants to do with baby Franklin.
bro. That again, and that's the thing that hits with Marvel. If this is something that's true, then you're connecting everything together to the end up
Mm-hmm.
building, which Doomsday is gonna have like everybody and their mother in the movie. So it's like,
It's facts.
yeah, it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be a crazy time. But I'm excited, man. I'm excited definitely to go to the movies again. I don't know
Mm-hmm.
if I'm gonna be getting any more popcorn buckets
Did you see the
because
Galactus one?
no, I did not see the Galactus one, but
Let me see
bro,
if I can find it real quick. But yeah, it's
who
like some humongous, crazy head popcorn bucket. They said you can fit 2 extra large popcorns inside the bucket.
oh my god. That's
Let
ridiculous.
me see if I can find it. Oh, here it is. Nice. So check this out.
Oh wow. Limited stock. And the light eyes light up?
Yeah, the eyes light up, and like I said, the popcorn goes from the top all the way to the bottom. And like they said that you can fit 2 extra large popcorns inside the bucket.
That is freaking crazy. That is
So
freaking crazy.
for a whopping $89.99, this can be all yours.
Shoot, for a whopping $89.99, I better have popcorn for the whole year for
Facts.
free.
But not gonna lie to you, I'm contemplating it. It would be nice to add on to my head collection.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, I don't, I mean, because I did get rid of all my Marvel Funko Pops.
Yeah.
I only kept, I don't even think I kept anything except for Stan Lee, and I don't really have anything Marvel in the house. So yeah, it will not go with anything that I have here. Thank God. I will not be spending $89.
$89.99 and
But
two
if I'm
large.
in the movie theaters and it's available,
It'll make its way.
it's probably gonna be sold out quick. It's gonna sell out
No,
quick.
you have to pre-order it online because they're not gonna have them at the theaters. So
Oh,
you
okay.
order. I think you order it. I forgot what website it is, but you go to whatever. Like for example, ours is Regal. I'll go to Regal.com, pre-order the popcorn bucket, and say what time my movie is and all that. And then when I go there, I can pick it up.
Okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
because imagine having 20-foot popcorn buckets all in the back storage room. That's funny, but yeah, I'm excited for Fantastic Four. I can't wait for it to come out.
Yeah, man, this can definitely be a good movie. We definitely, after seeing it, have to jump on again. I'll come back on and we'll give our review.
Oh yeah, for sure. But speaking of future movies, did you hear or see all the stuff coming out for the new Spider-Man movie?
The only thing I heard is um Punisher is gonna be in the movie. That's the only
Yeah.
thing I heard.
So the Punisher is going to be in the movie, and actually Hulk too is going to be in the movie.
Mm,
And they released these cool photos. I think it's this one right here. Yeah, so they released like still photos or like drawings, and these are some of the action scenes that are supposedly going to be in the movie.
oh,
So they're gonna have a fighting scene between Spider-Man and the Incredible Hulk. And what I really like is that they're bringing back Angry Hulk, not that soft Hulk. Keep my words PG.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
soft Disney Hulk. Even
Yeah.
Oh, so
So
that's hold on. Who had no? It was Universal. Universal had Hulk,
mhm.
and then they were able to get Hulk back to the MCU.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
the
because
way
so this.
their licensing work is that on the West Coast, Disney is allowed to market Spider-Man how they want or Hulk how they want in the parks and things like that. While on the East Coast, they're not allowed to. That's why you see Marvel all on Universal property.
No, I'm just talking about like in general because the first Hulk movie, not the first Hulk movie. We know the first Hulk movie was Luke Ferrigno back in the days. There was a TV movie and all that
Mhm.
stuff. But when they brought Hulk back and he was fighting like the dogs, the three-headed dogs, the two-headed dogs,
Mhm.
Universal Pictures made that movie.
Yes.
And then they got it back for the MCU, which then changed to I forgot the guy's name, but then it changed to Mark Ruffalo.
Oh, you talking about Edward Norton?
Edward Norton, there we go.
Mhm.
Fighting Club guy. Edward Norton, which that was a great movie.
Yes.
But so yeah, so it's great to see now Spider-Man versus Hulk, bro.
Mhm. But what I'm really excited for is seeing the Punisher with Spider-Man.
Yeah, and so
This
this is gonna be kind of interesting because John Berthal's Punisher is not PG,
now PG
you know.
13, so that's why
Not
I'm
even
intrigued
that.
how they're gonna introduce his character into these PG 13 movies because he's quick to drop a quick F bomb here and there and rip people's heads off, and we got those camera scene photos or angles where he's beating the hell out of somebody. You can't do that
Yeah,
on a PG 13 movie.
no, and even the picture right there, you see all that blood in his face.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I'm really interested, but it's so cool because now for a comic book fan that's been a comic book fan for years, you've known about Wolverine, not Wolverine. That's another one that we saw a little glimpse of it.
Hmm.
But Spider-Man versus Hulk, Spider-Man versus Punisher. Like we have all these, things that we would love to see on the big screen, but never happened, and now it's happening.
Hmm.
So, you have the MCU working on their Doomsday Fantastic Four storyline, but
Yeah.
then to say one to have him do another Spider-Man because nobody, I mean, was it Andrew Garfield only did two, never got
Yes.
to do three.
Hmm.
Tobey Maguire did three.
Hmm.
He's done three. Now he's doing the fourth one. It's good to see that they're continuing the story.
Which and he's, to be honest with you, he's done more than four to be, because he
Oh
was in
yeah.
he's been in Civil
So
War, all the Avengers movies. So
yeah, that's true. It's true. Yeah,
hmm
he's done more than any of them. So
yeah. But what I'm really excited for is, like how I was mentioning, that the director of Shang-Chi is directing this movie, and his fighting scenes are
oh,
crazy.
amazing. Shanti's
So
action scenes, especially
mhm,
that bus fight scene.
exactly. So I
Bro.
wonder. I hope he does some of the same stuff he did for Shang-Chi into the Spider-Man movie. Because you imagine he's just doing karate stuff and stuff. Can you imagine somebody that can swing up on the buildings, especially what he's going to do with Hulk? And I can only imagine what he's going to do with John Bernthal's Punisher.
I know that's the thing. Is like I'm really interested. Is it gonna be like a small cameo, or is he really gonna be in the movie? And
Hmm.
then how tamed is he gonna be? Because this Punisher right here is all about messing people up.
Yeah.
Take
So,
names. It was a kick ass and takes names later. So I don't
hmm
know the interaction. Is he gonna make Tom Holland like a little bit more tougher? Like you need to
yeah.
toughen up, kid. Like
hmm
get over yourself. Let's move forward. Like
yeah.
we got to
Especially
take these guys
he's
out.
going. Yeah, he's going through his like midlife crisis, you could say, because he's lost. Remember, in the last Spider-Man, everybody forgot who he is.
Yeah.
He's by himself, so who knows what he's dealing with or where we're going to lead off into this movie? Because
Aunt
this
May
movie,
is dead.
exactly, no Aunt May, no MJ, no Ned, so
No Tony.
no
The
Tony.
high
So
guidance. Yeah.
he has no mentor now. He has nobody to lean on. I mean, he
Mhm.
can lean on the Punisher, but ain't gonna.
Maybe it could be a story where he starts going to the wrong path.
Yeah, and
He
then I
starts
saw
getting
you
to a
guys
darker
talked.
path.
Yeah, I saw you guys talked about it in your video, but it would be cool how you guys said. Imagine if he gets his black suit
So, bro,
and he starts turning evil and stuff like that, or like gets a little bit on that side. And he starts
I swear,
complaining.
if I see a symbiote in the movie, I'm gonna start
Hmm.
going crazy because then that means the black suit Spider-Man's coming, and maybe he starts doing some darker stuff.
Yeah, because if they follow the comic books, in the comic books, he first gets his symbiote suit
Hmm.
in Secret Wars or before
Secret War.
Secret Wars. Yeah,
So,
so
hey,
maybe.
again, it's just you have you, and that's the thing that I always say where people kind of got upset from Star Wars.
Hmm.
Like you the sequel movies with Ray and Kylo Ren and all that stuff that
Hmm.
Disney messed up. George Lucas left you the architect, like
The
the
blueprint.
the
Hmm.
blueprint. Just
Hmm.
continue the story. So, like with all these comics, yes, you could still make a movie,
Hmm.
but you have these comics to fall back on that you could use some of those things and how they connect things together to
Yeah.
make your story look better.
Hmm.
But when you start straying away from all that stuff, and that's when it's like, bro, this is not it's not Star Wars. So MCU is really hitting it where they do their homework, and I
Yeah.
love how they leave Easter eggs in the movie of things
Hmm.
that connect either from the comic books, from an old TV show. It's like these people is like, hey, before we start doing a movie, I need everybody to do their research. I need
Yeah.
you to start reading some comics. I need you to know the origin of all these characters and where they came from, where the suit came from, can we do the suit? How can these two characters have met? Have they ever met before? Did they fight?
Hmm.
Like do all the research to make sure that you pull out a premium product.
Yeah.
And George left, like George sold them Star Wars and be like, look, these are the next three movies that I was gonna connect with. And then this is what Disney did.
Like, thank you,
So
but no thank you.
bro, I need that water bottle too.
Yeah,
But
but
yeah,
I'm glad. And then, like how you're saying too, like they do their research. And what I really like is that the actors, when they get the roles, they do their research on their
yep.
characters, and they
Mhm.
wanna show the best version of what the comic book shows onto the screen. And then, like I don't know if you ever saw the video when John Bernthal got the role for Punisher. He gave out that he went to comic book stores and
Oh
bought him.
yes,
Hmm.
yeah. He went to, and then he went into a comic book shop, not knowing. I guess the rumor was out there already.
Yeah.
And the comic book shop owner is like, "Well, you need to read this. You need to read this. You need to read this. You need to read this."
Hmm.
Yeah, like basically, don't f up.
Exactly.
Don't mess up, bro. Don't
So
mess up
like
Frank
stories like
Castle.
that, yeah, stories like that is cool because now you see and you hear that okay, they're taking it serious and they want to be
Hmm.
the character that they're playing.
I mean, it again. It's out there.
Yeah,
It's the information's there. Just read it. You know. But yeah, I'm
exactly.
excited, bro.
Me
And
too.
it seems like again, it took a moment. It looked like for me at least, some of the product that they've been putting out, the Disney Plus shows, some of the movies, it looks like it took a break.
Yes.
It kind of felt like, and I'm just gonna say this because I'm an Iron Man fan. The reason why I'm an Iron Man fan, hello, Batman, two rich people, both expensive suits, both
Facts.
smart people. Ever since Tony died, bro. For me,
Hmm.
it's like ever since Tony died, I'm not gonna lie, I cried in the movie theaters. Bro, they really built that story up. All those years of all those movies connecting together.
Yes.
And then
Hmm.
afterwards it was like
Because you felt attached to Tony or Iron
mhm,
Man because you watched him from the beginning. What that movie came out in what mid 2000s,
mhm,
probably late 2000s.
mid
And you
2000.
watch it, so you come up all the way into almost 2020, like almost 20 years of the same person playing the same character, and feels like when he passed or like they killed him off or when he died in the movie, you're like, damn, it felt like I lost somebody close.
Exactly, bro. Exactly.
So, but yeah, I'm excited for future projects for MCU. But let's take it back a little bit. Early 2000s. I don't know if you heard, but they're about to re-release the original trilogy for Spider-Man in the movies. But not only that, they're going to release Spider-Man 2 with an extra extended cut, never before seen scenes in the movie
Ooh.
theaters. So
Wow.
I don't know about you, but you're going to catch me at the movie theaters this day. September 17th. Catch
It's
me at
just
the
one
theater.
day.
I think for a week. Actually, it's right there. September 26th until October 3rd. We will be
Oh,
getting
okay. Oh, okay.
so for a good
So I
week or
think
two.
I think that's a. Oh, let's see. He said September
Mm-hmm.
26th.
Yeah, it comes out the 26th until October 3rd.
Yeah, a week. Literally a week, Friday to Friday. Okay.
Nice.
That's good. That's good. Yeah, I definitely I want to go see it in the theaters.
Yeah, and
And
then
especially if there's an extended cut,
yes,
that we haven't seen. Hell yeah. Toby Maguire Spider-Man, come on.
you can never say no to Toby.
Mm-mm. It hurt
So
me that he didn't want to do no more. But I get it. He's a great actor and didn't want to be, characterized as just a superhero actor.
mhm.
Which to me, there's nothing wrong. I mean, if you see Chris Evans and you always remember Chris Evans as Captain America, bro, at least you know me, right?
Yeah.
I
No, I
mean,
know. Even though Tony Stark, sorry, see, that's how you know he is. Even Robert Downey Jr. is playing Doomsday. I'm gonna still always see him as
yes,
Iron Man.
Tony. Yeah.
They're
Tony,
gonna have
what
to
you
do,
doing?
yeah, they're gonna have to do something crazy in these next couple movies for me to start picturing him as Doctor Doom.
Exactly. Exactly.
So, yeah. So if you guys get a chance, make sure you guys go check this out because it'll be dope. But that's all I got for the movie ways. Let's jump into some comic stuff. I don't know if you're a comic head if you read comics like that or
Mm-mm.
so. I don't know if you know. It's been 22 years since they've done something like this. I don't know if you ever seen that cover where Spider-Man is fighting Superman on
No.
the yeah. Well, this was 22 years ago they did this, and they just announced a couple weeks ago that they're redoing a DC and Marvel Comics crossover.
Oh, okay.
And the two superheroes that they chose for this crossover, which got me super hyped, Batman and Deadpool.
Oh, so me versus you. Got it.
Basically.
Me versus you. Oh,
And
that is gonna be like a hell of a time. But like,
yeah,
bro, does this guy ever die? Or does this guy ever shut up?
exactly. The way I think of it too is Batman is so serious. He takes
Mhm.
everything hard. He's like, yo, I don't mess around and thing. And you put him in a comic book with a guy that's the total opposite. Everything's a joke for him. Even when he's fighting you, he's making fun of you.
Mhm.
I can only imagine what it's gonna be like. It's like the
Oh, I'm
joke.
100% interested in this. 100%
Yeah.
because I so you said they did this 22 years ago?
Yeah. The last
I
time they
didn't
did something like this was 22 years ago.
and you said it was Spider-Man versus
If
Superman?
yeah, if I remember correctly, it was a Spider-Man and Superman cover, if I remember correctly.
So is it just one comic or is it gonna be like a little spinny series?
It's gonna be a spin. They're doing it a spinny series now. Like from the last one I saw too. This is the first one, and then the next one is gonna be Daredevil and Green Arrow. But
Yeah,
this is the one
Spider-Man.
that's
Yeah. Superman versus the Amazing Spider-Man
yep.
1976.
Hmm.
Wow, so it's been more than a couple 22 years.
Yeah, more than 22 years then. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, I didn't even know that Marvel and DC wanted to collab.
Yeah.
That's like Nike and Adidas doing something together. They ain't even want to do nothing together.
Yeah.
Get them three stripes away from my check.
So the thing that makes me think though, because there have been rumors and talks that Kevin Feige and then whoever the head of Warner Brothers is, they've been talking of what if they ever did a collab together with a
Oh my
Marvel
god.
movie. So I was thinking, these books got to sell out every time they're on the shelf to show that people want to see this. Can you imagine a DC movie versus a Marvel movie?
Oh my god, bro. That would be crazy. That would be really crazy. Like all of a sudden, Hugh Jackman and Superman. You know
Exactly.
what I'm saying? Superman comes up and tries to punch, Hugh Jackman in the face, and it's just like you just hit metal, bro.
Mm-hmm.
It would be something sick. But
Exactly.
I think you would have to immediately what people will want to see. It's Spider-Man and Deadpool.
Oh yeah,
Tom
absolutely.
Holland and Ryan Reynolds in the movie
Oh yeah,
together.
that's what I'm praying for when
Oh no,
in
that's both Marvel. What are you talking about? That's both Marvel. What
eh,
I'm talking about. Yeah, it would definitely somebody like Ryan Reynolds, somebody big like that,
mm-hmm.
representing Marvel. Who would be in DC? Would it be Superman? Would it be? I know this. They're doing Batman. Who else would it be? Or would it be something where they take both villains, Marvel and DC villains together, and all of a sudden you have superheroes from Gotham City or Metropolis, whatever, and then you got superheroes from this the Avengers or something, and they link up and be like, who are you? Or we're both going against the same bad guys. Something
Yeah,
like that. That'd be kind of dope.
like a
But
threat, like a Thanos level for Marvel versus who can I think of DC? Who's that level? I don't even know.
yeah,
But just that level of bad guy that it would make two two groups of iconic heroes from two different universes clash together to work together.
and when is this coming out?
This
Crossover year
comes
happening.
September 17th. That's when this comes out.
Ooh, well, guys could find me in my local Coliseum of Comics. I mean, I know a lot of people do digital,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not like I don't. I do have a collection of comics.
Mm-hmm.
Um, what's his name? Lucius. Man, I'm having a brain fart. The guy that was Batman's Fox, Lucius Fox.
Oh,
Okay,
okay. Uh-huh.
yeah. So Lucius Fox, there was a mini series that came out
Mm-hmm.
where the next Batman was Lucius Fox's son.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So Lucius Fox's son basically inherited the Batman suit and everything. And it was something where Bruce was going to lose the company, but end up
Mm-hmm.
giving it was a way to give the whole company to Lucius Fox without
Mm-hmm.
losing Wayne Enterprises. And it was like a mini series. I want to say like maybe it was 10, maybe
Mm-hmm.
8 or 10 comics, very small, but that was cool. So I do read comics. That was like the last kind of comic series I read, and that was probably 3 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm a type of person that I want the physical comic. I know they got the whole digital thing and
Yeah.
recycle and the earth and all that stuff. I get it. But for me, I have to physically have the copy in my hand, read it. I'm like reading it when I go to sleep, reading it while I'm eating breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
So this is definitely would be something that I'm gonna pick up because you don't see these crossovers happen often. So
No, and from what I've read and what I've seen, people are hype about
I
this.
mean, just the cover alone looks
And
fire. So
and what's crazy, I forgot to mention that it's gonna be two versions. So somebody from
mm.
DC is working on the book, and then this is the DC one, and then this is the Marvel version.
Okay.
So you got your Marvel people,
Oh,
doing their, and then the DC doing their thing. So
so you guys want me to buy both covers? You mother.
it's like
You
we gotta split the money in half. So the only way you can do that, so it's fairly, is buy
And they
buy
know,
two books.
and they know comic book fans want the variants. So then
Exactly.
there's probably gonna be another exclusive variant on that too. So
Exactly. So it's probably, I'm 100% sure it's gonna be these two variants plus an exclusive variant.
Oh my lord, you guys got me.
So,
You guys got me
but
with Batman.
but it don't matter. I'm gonna be at my local comic book shop, and I'll be right there
Mhm.
picking these up and the variant cover because I need these.
And so then I could be out in the future. Me and George are going to be reading the comics. You might see our review together on here
Exactly.
talking about it.
hmm
You know,
Exactly. But let's move on to the friendlier stuff. So 626, as you know him as Stitch, just had his anniversary, and they teamed up with Marvel to
oh
release.
wow, Disney and Marvel.
What? Who would ever thought? But these books are basically Stitch invades the Marvel universe.
Wow, I see these are OGs.
Yes.
The artwork is very OG. OG
Mhm.
Iron Man suit, OG
And-
Captain America, Scarlet Witch, Black Panther, Hulk, Thor. Who's
you
that?
you got Hawkeye in his dress back in the
Hawkeye.
day.
Is that Is that supposed to be Valkyrie in the horse? Vision.
Yes. Uh-huh.
And then there's one more person behind Black Panther.
Yeah, I have no idea
Is
who
that
that is.
Nero, whatever that the fish guy?
Namor? Namor.
Namor. There you go, Nero. Nero Namor.
What's
The
crazy is the
Marvel
crazy.
Aquaman.
Yeah. What's crazy is Stitch is carrying Thor's hammer. I thought you were supposed to be worthy. Pick that thing up.
Hey, Stitch is worthy. Okay? You don't know
Yes.
Stitch, he's that dude.
Yeah, but as we were saying, there's variant cover, so there's multiple versions of Stitch invading Spider-Man's world too.
Oh my lord. Not
Yeah,
the prince.
yeah, and then you got him invading Captain
Oh,
America's world,
that's fire. I
and then
like
you
that
got him
one.
invading the X-Men world, and then of course the Fantastic Four.
Oh, he got the whole Stitch crew in there.
Yeah, so these are pretty cool, especially for kids that they love Stitch and stuff like that. So it'd be pretty cool to
Okay,
pick
I
up.
can see how they trying to get kids into reading comics. I mean, I did a video of me picking up some comics and comic book day, and
Mhm.
I free comics, and I, talked about how it's encouraging to get the kids to get, to read. I
Yeah,
know this is how I was motivated to read because I hated to read. I hate to
facts.
read now. Ask
Mhm.
Tony. Tony
Yeah,
B asked me, "Did you read the comments? Did you read the?" No, I didn't. I just looked at the picture.
facts.
But this what got me to read was comics. My mom let me go to Coliseum Comics, purchase anything that I want, and didn't know she tricked me.
That's
I
how they
I
got you.
was reading. I was
hmm
reading. So this is cool.
Yeah.
Definitely Stitch is kind of hype right now, right? With the live action movie, and then they
Yep.
bringing out all this merch. Why not
hmm
put them into comics? So then introduce these kids to these characters that then maybe later on they start reading more of Marvel comics. Very smart. Very
Exactly.
smart.
But that's all I have for like news and updates and all that. I don't know if you have anything you want to share. You've heard in the realm of Marvel world.
No, I haven't. Like pretty much you actually informed me more. Like I said, it was I'll be honest with you, after Tony died, I kind of died with Marvel. I
You snap
watched
your
that
fingers
movie.
too.
Yeah, I snapped my fingers and just focused more on Star Wars. I got rid of all my Funko Marvel pops. I thought I got rid of all of them. I went back to my parents' house and I have like 2 Thanos pops. I was like, "Oh, I'm not getting rid of these because he's holding the gauntlet." So that's my boy
That's funny.
Thanos. Um, but yeah, so like it's cool now. I'm starting to get hype.
hmm
Slow your roll. I'm not gonna be buying more Funko Pops of Marvel. Okay, Hot Toys.
Oh, I saw the Miles Morales one that was in Japan. You guys showed. Yo, that one was
Yes.
sick.
Yes, yes. So Hot Toys is pretty serious. So imagine they haven't even. I don't think they haven't. It always every time I say something,
It popped.
and me and Tony say something, the next day it pops up. It's gonna be out there. Just throwing it out there. Fantastic Four, Hot Toys,
4-pack.
Silver Surfer, Hot Toy,
Oh, that would be. I wonder how
Galactic,
they would do.
Hot Toy.
Mm, that'd be
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah, it's gonna be crazy. But no, I don't have anything, man. I appreciate you inviting me on and keeping your boy informed. And then
Appreciate it.
definitely coming back after watching Superman and watching Fantastic Four. We could come back and give our reviews. And then
Mhm.
definitely looking forward to that crossover comic. I didn't even know nothing about that. And now you just got me spending money again. Thank you, George. Thank you.
Cool. So, do you have before we head out? You have any cons coming up? Anything you got going on your channel?
And my channel, so I'll be doing Lego Live. So if you guys, if this is your first time watching or seeing me, my channel, I'm Pop the Bounty Collector. I usually focus more on Star Wars content when it comes to Disney Plus shows, live action movies, which next year, the Mandalorian Grogu movie coming out. Excited for that. I
Pedro
do Lego
Pascal.
Lives, so I build Legos live, pretty much Lego and chill. I take a bag or two, I have a nice drink, and talk to you guys live as I'm building. I do stream games. Recently, I streamed the Mario Kart World on my channel on the Switch too. What else do I do? A lightsaber unboxing, which is another video that it's going to be dropping pretty soon on the channel. And then I do have a box here and do I do unboxing of any toys, figures, anything I picked up, Hot Toys unboxing. So that's what I do on the channel. Cons, I do go to MegaCon almost every year. I do go to Star Wars Celebration whenever they have them. Usually it's 2 years, so the next one will be in 9 to 2027. But the next con that I'm going to will be Rebel Scum Con in Dallas, Texas. It will be my first time at the con ever because this is their second year. So it's a fairly new con, but
Mhm.
does not seem like a fairly new con because it feels like a mini Star Wars celebration. The amount of actors, voice actors, artists, everybody that they're bringing to that con, it's amazing. Again, it's Rebel Scum Con. I will be there vlogging for all 3 days. Hopefully, getting some autographs and getting some photo ops and some exclusive collectible from the con. But that's what I'm looking forward to, and then that's it. Usually, a lot of my cons happen towards the beginning and middle of the year. Towards the end of the year, I go to EDC, which is not a con. It's a music festival, but usually towards the end of the year, I do have kids, so you have Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year, so it's a lot of family oriented. So try not to spend money on myself, but mostly spend money on the family. So usually do not go anywhere. But that doesn't mean I know there's some cons happening in September.
Mhm.
Potentially, I might be going. Who knows? But that's what I do. Go to cons, stream games, do unboxing. I do lives. I'm just a chill guy, man. So check out my channel.
King of YouTube right here.
Yeah, 30 subscribers away from AK.
Hey, almost there.
Almost
But
there.
yeah, me personally, I think my cons are slowing down. I went ham on cons this couple months.
Did you every weekend?
I felt like every other week, and I was at a new con. So
Exactly.
it's good that they'll slow down. I think the only thing close that I got is in August, which is Toy Depot. There's a toy store that sells retro toys out here, and
Mm,
twice a year they hold like a small convention at a hotel, and they have vendors sell stuff and things like that. So I'll go check them out. They invited me to come, and then in September got LA Comic Con. So
nice.
excited for that. They are starting to trickle in guests now. We have Elizabeth Olsen who plays Scarlet Witch, and then also Paul Bettany, who plays Vision, will be there.
Ooh.
Yeah, and then also the cast for Daredevil, all of them are going to be there. So excited for that. But that's all I really got for cons. So get to save some money for right now.
Right now.
And yeah, and I'll be going to local comic book shops, which I like doing my reviews on the comic book shops, giving shout outs to them because it's important to shout out these small businesses and local comic book shops because not all of them are huge chains like Coliseum of Comics that we got out there. So yeah, catch me at my local comic book shops. So for sure. But that's all I got. Ricky, I appreciate you. Make sure you guys check out Pop the Bounty Collector on his channel. I'll be hitting all his links down below. But I appreciate you. Thank you for stopping by.
No problem,
man. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Great content coming out. But catch you guys later. Peace.
Peace.
Just